Good morning, everybody. Wednesday, February 7th already. It's February already, Bassman.
Yeah,
February.
I didn't know it was Wednesday.
It's Wednesday,
Man, I
apparently.
can't keep up with days this week.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. There will be no auction tonight. Mr. Kevin will not be here today. Mr. Kevin's got some stuff he has to take care of today and this evening. So, hopefully everything goes well for him. And, yeah. How you feeling this morning, Bassman?
I got a headache a little bit, but
Got a little bit of a headache.
I
That's why
might.
we're only going to go ahead.
Well, I just say I'll probably pull through, but it's
All
just
right. We're only going to do about a half hour a day. Let Bassman heal up a little bit because if you've noticed, some of you may have not noticed because you're in here, and but some of you may remember when there's no auction, that leaves the door open for me and Mr. Bassman over here to do a little thing we like to call dueling microscopes. Bassman and myself will be searching 2023 Bessie Coleman quarters for the reverse die gouge errors, which is called the spitting Bessie. It looks like she's got a toothpick coming out of her mouth, and dyed chips and stuff like that around the glasses, and double nose and double lips and all kinds of great stuff, and chips on the wings of the plane and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that this evening from around 6 to 7, just like the auction time. So, we like to put something in that slot to keep it occupied, because I know a lot of people, their Wednesday evenings are, planned out, and they've already got it planned out. So we're going to give them something to look at. Let's go ahead and say hello to the fine folks. Let's say member of the channel, Mr. C. Griller Stacker. Thank you, sir. It's Wednesday. Time to get serious about planning your Super Bowl menu. Yes. I'll probably have Little Caesars pizza. Sounds good. We've got Mr. Silvergator. Hi, how y'all are? I'm so glad for me to see you. I got on time tea. Good morning, sir. Hey, member of the channel, Red Silver. Good morning, Tiny, Bassman, and Kevin. Well, Mr. Kevin, if you're listening, Red Silver says hello this morning, sir. We've got Bassman, saying hello to Sea Griller. Mr. Dennis D. Mr. Dennis D has been sending me and Zoey some amazing photos of birds. The bird emails are back, folks, and I'm loving it. Send us pictures of... Huh?
I haven't been getting any. I got the woodpecker.
Mr. D, if you could start CCing Bassman on those, he would absolutely love it. He actually, like some of you, he told us in here that there was an owl stuck in his chimney. So he contacted some folks that could help him out with that. I got the videos, little snippets of videos, but I've actually got the video where they pull the owl out of the chimney, and the owl's just sitting there pretty as you please on that guy's hand, and they're looking at it. And the next thing you know, they're out back, and they release that owl, and it takes off just like nothing ever happened. And then what happens? A couple days later, the owl comes back to Dennis D's backyard and lives and roosts in a tree behind his house now. Isn't that awesome? I think that's cool.
When I turkey hunted, I used to make a hoot owl sound. It makes turkeys gobble. And
yeah.
I was doing that, and I called 2 owls in. I just sat there all morning with 2 owls sitting right on top of me.
I used to use a crow call, because a crow call makes them gobble too.
Yeah, I got one of those.
There'd be flocks of crows everywhere.
Yeah, but I did. I called 2 owls in, and they got in the trees, and so I didn't have to make any more calls. They did them for me.
They did them for you, huh? That's cool. Mr. John Shank saying hello. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. We've got Miss Amy Harrell, member of the channel, saying good morning, Bassman. Good morning, ma'am. just got out of my cancer appointment. I hope everything's going good for you, brother. Hope everything's on the up and up. I know you've battled her in the past pretty bad, so I hope you're not going to have to battle it once again. But if so, I know you got this, brother. You're a strong dude. Mr. Scott S. saying, morning, everyone. Hi, Tiny Kevin and Bassman. Good morning, sir. Oh, yo, fan. Got morning, my friends. I believe that's supposed to be good, but maybe he's got something. So it was like, I got, period. Morning, my friends. I like it. Teacher 1388. Hello, everybody and anyone. Good morning, sir. Good to see you, buddy. KG Coins. Good morning to you and Miss Smiles. I hope you guys are doing fabulous. Here's a name I've never seen before. Coins for Flip. I like the name. I like the logo. Very cool. Looks like a toned Lincoln cent. Very cool. Coins for Flip. I like that. Wonder if he's got a channel. Or her. Never know. Could be a Miss Lady. Could be a Mr. Never know. We've got, let's see. Maybe it's someone that's changed their name because they're giving a thumbs up to you, Bass Man.
Yeah, I said hello to him.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Oh, yeah. Said hello. I see it now. See, I'm just looking for new names right here in the morning.
Yeah.
No crying and coin.
No
crying and coin collecting, Bass Man, says Red Silver. Got to toughen it out. Got to tough it out.
Got to tough it out.
Got to tough it out. Well, we'll see how much crying he does tonight when I'm smoking him. I mean, just throttling him in the air finding business tonight. I don't know. He did better than I did last time. I couldn't find squat. He was doing pretty good.
I found a few more last time than you did, but
yep.
That first time, it wasn't even.
That first time, I hit the vein of it, didn't I? I mean, yeah. Because we were given these quarters by Mr. Wiles Palladino. He sent them and he salted the bags. In case you guys folks don't know what salting means, it means he intentionally put in the airs like that's a term that they use in like hunting, like these, you know, dove hunting and pheasant hunting reserves and stuff. They salt the fields. They put these birds in a certain location, and then the dogs scare them up, and then, you know, that's what they call salting the fields. And, you know, there's been some people that, you know, salt their coin roll hunts and stuff like that, which is totally ridiculous. I don't see why you would have to do that to have a good show. But anyway, Mr. Wiles Palladino salted the bags with airs and varieties and stuff. So we know they're in there. It's just when we're going to find them. And the first time I must have hit the bunch of coins that he salted. And I found like 18 or something like that. It was amazing. But yeah, you guys come out tonight, 6 p.m. right here on Tiny Numismatics channel. And we will we'll get her done again on the coin roll hunt. In case you don't know, what we do is the way mine and Bassman's thing is now on the stream, we go to this version of it. So Bassman's microscope will be over there. My microscope will be here. And you get to see both coins. Well, you can't see this hand over here. So, you know, can't see this hand over here. But his coins will go over on this side. My coins will go on this side. And you'll be able to see us searching simultaneously. So we don't have to, you know, take turns like you can see that one, then you can see mine, you can see his, and you can see his. No, we do it at the same time. So that's a lot of me on the screen. I don't like that. That's scary. I scare myself. But yeah, that's how we do it. That's bad news for rodents living in his backyard. I bet he doesn't have any mold problems, field mice problems, or anything like that in his backyard now. That owl's taking care of old Dennis D. The owl, the owl has its own Super Bowl menu.
Yeah.
I like it.
He'll
Oh no. Got great news yesterday. Just had rotator cuff surgery and now I need it on my other shoulder, said Scott S.
Yeah, I had that same issue. Had one done, messed up the other one.
That's crazy. See, Griller's got some good news. Got some good advice, Mr. Scott. Just rub some dirt on it.
Yeah. Rub dirt
My
on
grandpa
it.
used to tell. My grandpa told me that about cutting my finger off one time. I rub some dirt in and it'll be all right. Just pack that dirt in there, stop the bleeding. Till we get you back home and clean it out.
Yeah. You clean dirt off later.
Yeah, clean dirt off later. Yeah, just pack that mud in there, keep it. And then they do that. Pack that mud in there and keep it from bleeding. The stuff I've seen guys do when I worked in the coal mines and got a real bad cut, I've seen them pack grease in it and tape, duct tape, or electrical tape. Electrical tape is the mechanics and handyman's bandage of, preferred bandage for a carpenter, mechanic, or anything like that is black tape.
Yeah. The black tape works great.
Oh yeah. I used to take paper towel and wrap it, like I cut my finger, just wrap a piece of paper towel around it, or a piece of toilet paper, whatever you can get to, and just wrap that sucker up with black tape. Yeah.
Months, Scott asked, years. It took me nearly a full year. Well, of course, I had major reconstruction to my left shoulder, and it took at least a year before I could move my arm normally. And
look, we have a guest. It's Marcel. Hello, Marcel. They can see the back of your chest really well. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, as you folks know, and Marcel has come to see her pawpaw here, because Zoey is her mommy. So she back, good girl.
Very sweet girl.
There's her face. Look at how cute her little face he is. Look how cute her little face he is. She is and you can see right here it says service dog right on her. Medical service dog. And we have a letter now from her doctor that says it's medically necessary that Zoey needs her. So anytime somebody says dogs aren't allowed in here unless they have a note, guess what?
Got a note.
We have a note.
Yeah.
And on her back. Okay, I'll move you back. Go grab my mom.
Marcel, ow.
She said all over his foot.
You little perv.
Stomp.
Yep.
Big dog.
Yep. She's on the medium size of a poodle. She's a standard poodle, but she's on the medium size of a standard poodle. Like standard poodles are like big.
Yeah.
And I never knew how really big they were until I seen one in person, like a long time ago, and I was like, "That's a big dog."
Yeah.
Well, she's on the medium side of a standard poodle, and she's amazing for Zoey. Her and Zoey have got this bond that is absolutely phenomenal. I've never seen
a new link for everybody.
Ooh, nice. Who is it? Is it Coins for Flips?
Yeah, Coins for Flip.
Nice.
Got a nice little website.
Hi. What are you doing? Oh, you want pets? She's wanting pets. I'm sorry, folks, but priorities and all. You got to love on the babies. You got to take care of those that take care of you and your family. And Marcel is definitely one of those ones that takes care. Okay, go prep mama.
Marcel.
Nothing else to keep you warm.
Nothing else to keeps you warm. Yep. Ooh, what's that? She knows hand signals. She knows sit. And then you go like this, and before you even finish pointing all the way down, she's already set. And as soon as she sees that hand move, she's down. I mean, never fails, just down. And she's down. She had her first outing. That's why we weren't here on Monday. Laura and myself had doctor's appointments. My doctor appointment went swimmingly. Absolutely amazing. My A1C is down to 6.2. I'd lost about 10 pounds. And I told the doctor, I was like, I know how to lose 10 pounds of ugly fat real quick. He's like, what's that? I said, I could just cut my head off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was her first real outing as a service dog. She'd been training for the last 2 years. She's 2 years old. She's been training for this for the last 2 years. She did fairly well. She was a little overwhelmed because of all the people, because the clinic that we go to is a busy place. So she was, she wasn't like trying to go from person to person to person. She ignored the people.
Not to mention the first.
Right. Not to mention the first
seconds.
lady that, the first 25 seconds we were in the building, a lady comes up. Oh, look how pretty. So he goes, as soon as the lady walked away, so he goes, didn't she see her service dog vest?
Bite them. No.
Right. I mean, you see a service dog, you're supposed to ignore the dog. I can understand if you're a dog person. I can understand if you love dogs.
Yeah.
The most common practice and the most respectful practice is to walk up and say, without acknowledging the dog, is to walk up to them, to the handler, and say, may I pet your dog? Or is your dog pettable? Are you allowed to pet it? Well, we've got service dog on her.
Don't do it like that Pink Panther movie where you walk up and say, does your dog bite?
Yeah.
And sticks his hand down there and the dog bites him. He said, I thought you said your dog did not bite. It's not my dog.
It's not my dog. No, he don't.
My dog doesn't bite, but that's not my dog.
But we've got the service dog real big on the side of her vest. Well, we also had some other things that come with it and that wouldn't fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch them on right above where it says service dog. It's going to say do not pet. So then if someone comes up and says, Zoe will be like, can they not read?
Yeah, that's the thing. They won't read the thing.
Right, they won't. But I mean, that's pretty noticeable. It's pretty visible. So it'll say, do not pet, service dog, right underneath it.
Yeah.
Yep. And Zoe picked out a surprising color of vest for her. The first vest we were going to get was OD green, like army green. Amazing looking vest. Well, it was too big. So we got a different vest, and it is the tactical khaki color that like the Marines use. Well, all of them use that color. Army Marines use it. But it's that khaki color. And I thought for sure, because we had a choice of black, red, or that khaki color. And so it was like, that looks good. So she went with that. I was really surprised. I thought she would go for the red or the black first. But what is it, baby girl? She's laying behind my computer, and her head, bottom of her chin, is right beside the computer here now. She's just like looking at me upside down. Okay, sorry. Mr. Wiles Palladino said, good morning, friends. Talkin coin roll hunting. Awesome. Yes, tonight, sir. The coins that you so graciously gave me and Bassman will be hunted tonight at 6 o'clock right here on Tiny Numismatic Channel. Dueling Scopes. It's already out there. the link is already out there, and it says dueling scopes. Bassman and Tiny are at it again. Searching 2023 Bessie Coleman quarters. So that'll be fun. Potato Boy, what are you doing?
Say, Griller, how many flips will one of them boxes hold?
Them slabs, them PCF slab boxes?
Yeah.
Azure Blue, good morning, sir. I'm going to catch up here real quick. Azure
Okay.
Blue, good to see you, buddy. Always good to see you.
He's mentioned that he has 3. If 20, I wouldn't mind having one.
I wouldn't mind having one either, because Zoey has some slabs that are just in.
I don't have anything
boxes.
to keep slabs in.
Right. We've needed to get one, and I've been meaning to talk to Mr. Kevin to see if he could find me some at a show or something, and then I'd pay him back. But I'd be willing to pay shipping on that, sir.
Yes, I would
For sure. Yep.
I'm going to
Raid Master.
I'm going to post the link to the spreadsheet. If there's anybody that wants my email address, you can go to the bottom of that spreadsheet. My email address is down there.
So is Mr. Kevin's and mine as well.
Well, theirs are there also. But if you'll send me email, I will put you on the list of people that I email with our weekly. I hate to call it a newsletter because it's mostly unchanged, but the first paragraph changes pretty regularly. But it's notifying people of the auction and stuff. Or in this case, this week, it was that there was no auction.
Yep.
So, but if you would like to be on that list and you're not, please email me so I can get your email address to put on there, and I will take care of it. I'm going to add coins for flip to my other list that I already keep, so that I can, when coins for flip can come in here, we can put his address up or her address up, whichever it is.
Yeah. He sends out over 200 emails every Tuesday evening with the spreadsheet in it. And you go to the spreadsheet and see what's for the Wednesday auctions. It's very rare that we don't have an auction. So if Mr. Kevin needs the time, Mr. Kevin really needs the time. I hope everything goes well for him this evening. I hope it's not a doctor's appointment or anything like that. It's just important stuff he needs to take care of. So
they're doing project his work, and they're really working hard right now.
Right. And another thing, if you do get on the email list for the spreadsheet, like I said, the spreadsheet, and Bassman said it's sent out to you every Wednesday evening or every Tuesday evening, so you can do your searching on what the stuff is going for compared to our prices. Our prices are always lower than what it's going for. Usually around gray sheet price is what Mr. Kevin starts this stuff at. So we always try to give real good deals at our auctions. But if like you said, if you would like to on that list, just email Bassman, myself, or Mr. Kevin, and it'd be easy just to email Bassman because he's going to get all the information anyway. But I mean, Mr. Kevin and myself also keep the information in case something happens to Bassman's list. We have a backup list for him. Store your wanted information and your backups in different locations. Like if you back up on your computer, what happens if your computer crashes? It's all on your computer. Yeah. Put it on a thumb drive. Put it on another computer or a laptop, and then you've still got it on a thumb drive, you've got it on another computer, and you've got it backed up on the computer you're using. So, or the cloud. The cloud can hold so much information nowadays. It's amazing. Raid Master saying I keep super glue. Yep. I used to do the super glue a lot until Gorilla Glue come along and started using Gorilla Glue, which is the same thing as super glue, but I used to use that Loctite super glue because that stuff, you want to talk about drying fast.
Yeah.
It was like it would dry quick.
If you'll take a little mister bottle and put alcohol in it.
Yep.
And then when you put super glue on something, just give it a real light mist and stick the pieces together. It dries even faster.
Yeah. That's Razak the Discoverer coming in. Hello, Tiny. I heard your A1C is 6.2. Grats. Yes, 6.2. At one time, it was up over 9. No.
Mine was my A1C was 13 at one point, and I'm now 5.2, I believe.
Nice. That's awesome.
Last time I had it checked.
Bassman and Tiny, I need your addresses, says Sea Griller Stacker. I will. Well, hello there again. I will send you my address as soon as we are done, sir.
Yeah.
Bad Gateway. Good morning, sir. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up. Hey, Lucky Duck. Good morning, sir. Hope you're doing good down there in sunshiny Florida.
Yeah.
Mr. Robert Pentoff, member of the channel. And if my computer goes off, it is
Your service dog is walking on it.
Zoe's service dog is walking on it. Computer doesn't mean nothing to her. She's just like, I need love. Give me love. But she knows when that vest goes on, buddy, she knows it's time for business. It's working time. But now whenever she's not in that vest, she's a regular everyday puppy. Until somebody's hurting.
Yeah.
Then I don't know how this dog does it, but this dog knows when somebody's hurting and where they're hurting. Like Zoe's legs bother all the time where her cartilage in her hips is destroyed. Okay, back up. Back. And you jump back. Her foot slipped off the computer. Zoe's hips are bad. And her legs are always bothering her. She'll lay across Zoe's legs. Laura's stomach was hurting this morning. She's up in the bed with Laura, and right now, she's laying across Laura's stomach. She just lays all over me because I hurt everywhere.
Yeah,
it's like she can't pick a spot.
I told him the dog would suffocate me because my head's what hurts. So she lay on me.
Lay on Bassman's face. Mr. Robert Pentoff, member of the channel. Do not pet. Can be interpreted wrong. Please just don't understand the animals is working. Distraction is unsafe for the animal and owner. Yes. And we even have a note in her thing, or we're going to have a note in her thing that says, or on her collar on the back of her. We're going to get her one of the things made that says her name on it, and it's going to say, do not separate dog and handler, no matter what. So even if me and Laura weren't around, what are you doing now? I mean, really, what do I got to do like this to see? Can you see me down here? Hello, Marcel. Ozzy, are you jealous, buddy?
I was gonna say I had never seen her do this.
Yeah, me and Bassman's on here all the time, 2 or 3 times a day, and she's never done this. Are you okay? What's wrong? Is something going to happen to me? Are you alerting on me? Like she'll alert on me if something's going wrong. She's very, Very
You
smart
may have
dog.
to give her the old hand signal to sit there.
Sit. Good girl.
I'll
You're
tell
so
you what,
good.
y'all, that you seen these pictures of uh, things from Egypt where the they're like drawings of cats or statues of cats and or whatever, and they're real stiff and straight. That's the way that dog sits.
It sits like its back is like on a 20-degree angle. It sits so straight up and proper, you'd think somebody says, straighten your back up. Sit up
Yeah.
straight. She sits up straight, and she sits like on an angle like this. You know, most dogs are on an angle like this.
Yeah,
She
she
sits
sits
like this,
way up.
right back on her haunches. Well, you're clicking the mouse and stuff. What's going on? Something's happening. Something's going on here.
Window behind you. No.
It's what it is, the window, and Zoe's outside.
Oh,
Zoe's outside walking around. So she
that
hears Zoe outside. And the window's open. Get a little breeze going in here. Zoe, will you come inside, please? Marcel hears you. Yeah, well, the kitty can be okay for a little while. She loves animals so much. There's a stray cat around here that Zoe and Laura have claimed. Its name's Cookie because it's so sweet, she says. It's so sweet, so I'm going to name it Cookie. But she sits like this, right back on her haunches. Her feet are perfectly underneath her, and her head is
up and back.
She's up and it's tucks her chin down, and she.
I had a strange interaction.
Okay. There was a strange dog outside now. We're not getting any more dogs.
Yeah, really. I have to tell my wife and daughter that every time a cat or dog comes around. Don't bring it in the house.
So speaking of not getting any more animals, how is your new cat that she got?
Yeah. It's still locked in the other room in there. Or, they have to keep the door shut between them because
Yeah.
the first cat does not like the second cat being there, and they're trying to give it away and can't get anybody to commit to it, and so we still got it. They took it to have it checked for the chip.
Yeah. Good girl. Okay, she got down. Now she's in there with Zoe. She was at the window. She was looking out the window at Zoe because the window's open and she can hear her. And then when she was in there, she's standing here trying to look down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
So I let her down, and she went right in there to Zoe. I still haven't caught up. It's 33 minutes. We were only going to go a half hour, but I believe we're going to go a little bit longer. Can the dog lay on my back? Can the dog lay on my bank account for a while? Yeah, it's hurting.
Yeah,
Might as well take her food and water.
She keys to that. She'd key to mine.
Oh man, she'd permanent resident at my bank. I mean, we'd have to take her food, water bowl, and her bed and everything. She's got a bed. Don't sleep in it. She sleeps right like beside Zoe. They got the whole bed, but she sleeps right up next to Zoe, and usually right up against her leg, holding on to her leg. This dog actually hugs you. This dog will put its paw over you and pull whatever she's got a hold of, like your arm. This morning, woke up, she's laying on me, laying beside me with her head on me, and I'm rubbing her head, half asleep. Well, Laura said when Laura woke up, she had both her paws wrapped around her arm and had her arm pulled into her, like she was hugging her arm. Hey, I caught up. Bad Gateway. Don't know if I said hello to you, but good morning, sir. Good to see you. Brindle animals are beautiful. Yes, they are. She's not quite brindle. She's, poodles usually come in white, black, or brown. She is predominantly chocolate brown, but she also has white and black on her. Like her back left haunch is black. She has white through the top of her tail and through her tail, and then the rest of her is chocolate, but she's got a little puff of white right here on top of her head. She's the Liberty and Britannia gold coin and silver medal come out today. Yes, they do. Wouldn't mind having one of them medals, but no to the gold. Not going to happen. Whoa. Like I got an 1876 CC dime from my grandpa. That's cool. Bandit Jones, good morning. Really good to see you, buddy. Good day, Tiny Bass Man, and people in the chat. Dennis D, yep, $89 for a silver ounce medal. Yep. The I think the price is driven because it's the two mints.
Right.
It's the two mints coming together to make this medal and coin. But yeah, $89 for an ounce of silver.
It's strange that they're coming together to make a medal, but there's going to be two of them.
Right.
They're going to make a British one and an American.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just like them in Canada. It was but I do love seeing our country work with other countries in things other than like military type things. And something as, I don't want to say as simple as the mints working together, but that does something to my heart. That makes me feel good for stuff that may come in the future from the mints. Like Canada does a lot of colorized coins and stuff like that. We've done colorized coins in the past, but not to the size or scope of what Canada has done.
Right.
But I would love to see more colorized coins coming out. I mean, Canada has coins that have went into circulation and are circulating coins that are colorized. I mean, come on. Really? That's amazing. We need some of that. Yes, the British silver will be a coin, not a medal. Yeah. I would rather collaborate on an Eagle and Britannia set. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's another thing. I totally forgot about that, Dennis D. Canada and Britain sell bullion straight to the people. Like ours has to go through a third party. That already adds a middleman and more money.
Mm-hmm.
Canada, from the mint, straight to the people, can buy maple leaves. Britannia's straight from Great Britain, go right to the people. Here we got to go through a middleman, and I don't understand that. They'll sell us everything else, but it doesn't make sense. 160 for today's silver medal MS70 cameo on eBay. Wow.
You would think if they were making a silver medal, strictly for the purpose of making a medal like that, that it would be, there would be a lot of MS70s. In other words, you'd think they could take care to make them.
Right. Slow down, slow your roll, take the time, do the quality control, and put out some really nice examples of the coin. If it's not up to, I'm not saying check every coin. Check every 10th, 20th coin, or even 50th coin. They don't do that. I mean, the coins, like our circulating coins, and that's another thing. Other countries' circulating coins look so much better than our coins, especially from the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia is where you get all those good airs and varieties and stuff like that from. Well, and some Denvers over the years, but the quality control on Denver minted things are just, it's so bad. It's so bad. Hey, looky who it is, Bass Man. Haven't seen this name in a while. Mr. MJ Boudreau. Mr. MJ Boudreau's got a nice little channel there for himself. Does some good videos. Had a video come out not too long ago. Not a fan of the British coin. When Liberty is on top, lettering is upside down. Yep. Well, each country's got to have their, our country's on top on ours, your country's on top on yours. I can understand that, but S-minted coins have no errors. Sure they do. They're just worth more. Everybody's saying hello to Mr. MJ Boudreau. I'd like to see you come around a lot more often, Mr. Boudreau. Really, I missed you, buddy. I'm getting ready to do a video on a 1971 Denver Friendly Eagle, or Freedy Eagle, struck on clad proof planchet. Beautiful finish. Wow. See, now we got the people from the California coming out saying the S-Mint best by far. Yes, the S-Mint does have the best coins, business strike, and of course the proofs, in my opinion, are best. Some of the West Point proofs that have come out are amazing looking. I mean, see, it's a thing that, the San Francisco isn't used for circulating coinage anymore, except for like the American Women's Quarters and stuff like that. The business strikes. Since San Francisco Mint isn't used for circulating coinage anymore, they have the time and resources to do the quality control on their coins. Same thing with the West Point Mint. They're not under the strenuous deadlines and got to get it done as the Philadelphia Mint, because the Philadelphia Mint makes more coinage than any other mint ever. So the quality control at the Philadelphia Mint isn't going to be as stringent, but they could do better. A planchet is a planchet. It makes no sense why one mint would have more errors than the other. It's not the planchet itself, Mr. Scott.
Yeah.
It's the dies and how much they're used
and the people working it.
Right. If you're putting out 100,000 coins in 20 minutes, which I have no idea at the rate that the coins come out. Well, let's just say 100,000 coins in an hour. Okay. Well, the Denver Mint puts out 50,000 coins in an hour. They're slower. They're more methodical. They have the time to meet their deadlines. Philadelphia Mint has deadlines that have to, got to get this stuff done, got to get it done now. And the coins are coming off them presses like crazy, just shooting out of there.
I agree with Amy's statement. The age of the equipment makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I found that in myself. Oh, speaking of the age of the equipment, I went to the doctor yesterday for my hand. And this is the doctor that when he did the test told me I needed an autopsy. And
it's dead.
He's dead, man. He said, "Oh no," he said, you're better than before. Because he had pulled the last copy of the report in there and looked at it, Yeah. On the last one, my response was the reaction on the bad spot was 0.3 millimeters. And now it's 0.7. And so,
doesn't make much sense, does it?
I'm really better. He said, but it is actually improved, but not much.
Well, maybe that gives them hope for stuff they can do in the future. Maybe that help. I mean, maybe it'll help down the line. And then again, maybe I mean, even though you can't tell that it's that slight of a change,
Yeah.
and your hand's still numb and can't feel it. I mean, when okay, I'm gonna. When me and Bassman are working on graphics and stuff, we share our screens. Like we've shared our screens and showed you folks stuff. We share our screens and you can see it on the screen. Well, I make mine large and I'm actually see his cursor. Bassman's hand is so bad his cursor does this. And trying to click on something and then it'll stop because I can tell when he takes his hand off his mouse. His hand jerks because he's trying to compensate. When you're doing something and anybody's hand has fell asleep or their foot's fallen asleep and they've tried to walk or they tried to grab something and they can't hardly grab it. Well, that's Bassman. He can't hold anything in his right hand anymore because he can't feel it. And the strength of it isn't there anymore. So when he's doing this stuff, it makes me feel for him. I mean, I don't pity him. That's the last thing I want to do.
Poor guy
I don't
bad hand.
pitying you. Yeah. But I mean, I feel bad for him because fishing was this man's life, and if you can't feel when you're reeling that reel, I just feel bad for him. I mean,
That's what and the worst one is this.
Bassman is a cursor. Hey, when Bassman gets riled up, buddy, you ought to hear the stuff comes out of that man's mouth. No, it's not bad. He's not a cusser.
Not that kind of cursor.
No, not that kind of cusser. Bassman, he's very well spoken, and he will say a cuss word every once in a while. Whenever he's really riled up, he'll say a cuss word or something, but nothing like, yeah, no.
Yeah. I'd never really run into the use of using language like that. I was in the Navy and didn't fall into the trap of speaking, like that. It's like I told my kids when they were growing up. It's a word.
Yeah.
It's like you can have a car, or you can have an automobile, or a junker, or you can call it a lot of things. They're all the same thing.
Right.
Well, if you say a 4-letter word, it's just a different word for something else.
Right.
That's like the special high intensity training people use so much. But
I'm guilty of that.
yeah. But people will look bad at it saying, "Oh, he said that." But if you'll say crap, they don't care.
Right.
Or poop. Or
poop.
they're all the same thing. It's just
He called the shit poop. He called the shit poop. Sorry. I cussed. I'm sorry. I just had to though, because that's from a movie. It's funny.
But yeah, it's just a word, and so I don't put a lot of stock in it. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I would not use the F word in front of a woman. I wouldn't usually use it in front of a man.
Right.
But I definitely don't do it to women, and say that to women. And I just, that's just the way I was raised, I expect.
Right. I've only heard him say the F word maybe. I've known Bassman for years. What, 6 years now?
4 or 5 anyway.
Yeah, 4 or 5 anyway. Yeah. Well, Zoey was like, it's like 7 years because Zoey was like 7 whenever we were on.
She was 7 or 8 the first time I met you.
Right. So she's 14 now, so at least 7 years.
Yeah.
And I've been talking to him on the computer for the last, 3?
Yeah.
I've only heard him say the F word a handful of times. And that was when he was really mad. Like something didn't go the way it should, or something's not working the way it should. Yeah, I've only heard him say it. Let's put it this way. I can count it on one hand and have fingers left over. You know what I'm saying? He's just not that.
Don't see
He's
any
not that
use
kind of
in
guy.
it. So
Right, not that kind of guy. But now me, I'll let him fly sometimes. Don't mean
well, that's
to.
what I say. If you're geared toward saying it, you just say what you know.
Right.
And just if you say it your way, it's like I said, it's just words. So you could say it your way or a different way or whatever, and
Right.
people learn, they learn to speak a certain way, and that's what they get.
I worked around a lot of, like, in my jobs and stuff. I mean, I was a cage fighter, I was a pro wrestler. You're in with a bunch of guys. They're talking raunchy, they're talking dirty. They're saying these words. I worked in a machine shop with a bunch of guys. I worked in the coal mines. The coal mines are a different world. Nothing is off limits in the coal mines.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk just cuss words every other word. And that's just the way, it's been for the last 30 years of my life. So, I mean, I don't cuss all the time. I mean, I don't cuss on here. Every once in a while, I'll say the SHIT word, but
He says a few words that aren't cussing.
yeah, every once in a while. It can be frustrating not to be able to do things you used to do without having to think about it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If something's second nature to you and you can't do it anymore, that's when it gets to you.
When I was growing up, kids always said stuff about cussing and whatnot. We'd all be talking and they'd be just a cussing like it was a big thing. We were cool, but then they have to catch themselves because they'll eventually go to mom and dad or something and say it and not mean to.
Right.
Because it'll happen.
Yeah. Lucky Duck needs a timeout, Bass Man.
Uh-oh.
Need to time him out. Cussing. Dag nabbit.
Oh, he said
See?
that. Yeah.
That language don't fly in here, sir. Sorry, Lucky Duck. Gonna have to put you in timeout for 5 minutes. Not really. Hey, numismatic news and information channel right there. He is, folks. Silver Wolverine. Hey, Tiny Numismatics Bass Man and all chat. Hello. Good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Like I said, numismatic news and information. The only channel I watch for numismatic news and information. Now, salivate metals and stuff like that. I'll watch for, opinions and stuff like that. Now, I'll listen to Sal for opinions and stuff like that on what gold and silver is doing. But when it comes to the mint, the gentleman right over there in the corner, his thing is on the screen, Silver Wolverine. That's the channel I go to when I want to know what's going on. And his opinions are usually pretty spot on with what I'm thinking. So he has a lot of good opinions about stuff. I know.
2-minute warning.
Hey, don't even.
No, it's not.
Stuff like the worst cuss words. 2-minute warning.
Reading his comment there.
Yes, Sea Griller Stacker puts it right there. Puts it well. Silver Wolverine is a must watch. Yep, if you're not subscribed to Silver Wolverine's channel, you should be. Here's a good opinion. Scott S. I believe the silver will be there for quite a while. It's just not appealing. And $80 for a medal. Yes.
Yeah. if they would do things like make fewer of them, or things like that, to where it would be worth your time in the future, you know, it might improve the, but when they want to flood the market and then yet get $80 for it too,
Right.
That's supply and demand kind of thing. You got to think about it.
Make it worth the $89.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's only, let's say, 25 or even 50,000 minted, it would be worth that. But when they're flooding the market with them, a couple 100,000, 500,000,
Mm-hmm.
it's worth it. I mean, it's worth it when it's a low mintage. And who's to say what a low mintage is nowadays, because they're all over the map with what they're doing. They're flooding the market with too much stuff. Just like the Morgan and Peace dollars for 2023. Flooded the market with them. I mean, that's why, they're making it hard for resellers and stuff like that.
Right. And then want to charge an exorbitant price, but it's not there. There's no reason for paying that kind of money. People are buying them, and then, so if they buy one for themselves, they can't buy one and raise the price and sell it again.
Right, because they're already putting that price up there where, it's not worth the time or the effort. I mean, like what Bandit Jones says here, Wolverine thinks for himself and is worth the time. Yes, absolutely. Yep, charging $89 is an insane price for a medal, even for a coin. Yep. Yes, Scott S. I remember buying them for $15 all day long. I could go in and buy them for $15 all day long. Yep, I remember that. Now the prices went down on them now, but there for a while, $42 for a Silver Eagle. Come on, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
When my dad wanted to cuss in mixed company, he would just say Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched this guy on YouTube. I'm a car guy. Always have been a car guy. I used to build hot rods with my neighbor and always worked on my own cars and stuff. And he would say Moses' sandals. Moses' sandals.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe that's about it for us today. We were going to, yes, Sal is a cool dude, in my opinion. Yes. Yeah. Sal is a good guy.
Yeah.
I like that.
We'll be right back here tonight, 6 o'clock.
Yep.
6
6 o'clock right here on. Yep. Didn't have the auction preview because there is no auction tonight. I know a lot of you were hoping for an auction tonight, but Mr. Kevin's got some stuff he's got to take care of, very important things. And if it wasn't so important, there would be an auction. I mean, he does important stuff all the time for his job. Very important man in his field for what he does. He's in IT for very important companies. And what he does is amazing work.
Yeah.
So if there's a reason for him to not have an auction, it's major. So
well, they've been going hard and heavy for months, and even his boss took a personal day the other day, just getting ready for this big end push that they're doing right now. And so he's been busy, and
busy. Yeah.
Doesn't have a lot of extra time to get his coins ready for the auction this week or anything. So we decided to put it off. But I hope he'll be back next week.
Can do, Sea Griller Stacker. I've got one with your name on it, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, Sal's kitty just passed away. He loved that cat. Still loves that cat, but it passed away. That's sad. That is sad. But like Bassman said, 6 o'clock tonight, right here on our channel, Tiny Numismatics, there will be dueling scopes where myself and Bassman go through 2023 Bessie Coleman quarters that were sent out to us by Mr. Wiles Palladino, or if you would like to call him by his new name, Coin Stuff I Like. That is also Mr. Palladino, for those of you that didn't know. We'll be looking for spinning Bessies. We'll be looking for dyed chips. We'll be looking for stuff like that. Which the spinning Bessie looks like a toothpick coming out from her mouth. It's a reverse dye gouge air from feeder fingers.
Right. And there are a lot of the dreaded
Machine doubling.
Yes, I was trying to say, find a nice way to say that. There is a lot of it on those coins. I cannot believe that they are so, messed up compared to, a normal coin. But and on some of the places, they even list the machine doubling stuff as errors.
Yeah. Well, it is an error. It's a very slight.
But the
Error.
way these are, there's so many of them are that way, it's almost the norm.
Right. Right.
It's not an error. Everybody's is that way.
Right.
But yeah,
if we pull 10 of them, 10 of them have machine doubling on it somewhere. I mean, it's almost again 99.9 infinity. 9 continuous is the machine doubling. It's been, running joke between mine and Bassman and myself. If we find one without machine doubling on it, we're putting it aside.
Yeah, those are,
because it's different.
those are the oddballs.
Right.
When you find one that doesn't have it. But anyway, that's all I have. And so y'all come on back tonight and chat and have a good time. We'll look through some coins for you, let you look at them, see what we can get. We talk while we're doing it. So come on back tonight. Wishing I was fishing. Bye.
You guys have a good one. Anybody into the Liberty Britannia from U.S. Mint or the Royal Mint tomorrow? Silver Wolverine's asking. We had a discussion about that earlier. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Some people were in, some people were out. If I could, I would be in. I would be in on one from each.
Yeah, but, that's why I say I'd probably get one of each, but that I wouldn't be trying to buy them for resale or anything.
Right. But I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And do not forget to check that pocket change, because you never know what you got in your pocket until you look.